Hey everybody, it's Make It Monday, and this is my Shabby Craft Studio, and I'm Martha, and I appreciate you being here. I want to welcome any of the new subscribers and all of my faithful subscribers. I appreciate it. So, today we are going to make this. If we have time, we'll do a second project, but I have a feeling that's going to have to be later this week. So we are going to make this lovely multi flip out card, ephemera holder, whatever you want to call it, thingy. So this is made from one sheet of paper. And it doesn't matter what size your sheet of paper is, you can still make it from one sheet of paper. So if you're in the UK or somewhere that has a different size paper than the US, then it's okay. You can still do this. So this one was my prototype because I don't like doing things from the get-go without testing it first, because you'd be here for days if you wanted to figure this out with me. So this is actually the front, even though it's counterintuitive to open it this way. But this is my front, and it's stamped, and it's got book page, and it's got napkin, and it's got a little tiny bit of pretty burlap, and it's got some pretty sparkles on there because I feel like fall is always a sparkly time of year. And then I did put the Ranger Distress Medium over the top, as I pointed out in the Sunday snippets. So really, that's all this is stamped and napkin and a little word that I stamped, and then the tags. So these are all the tags that were made for it, all decoupaged to napkin. And then this is a little tuck spot, and this is the little messy notebook that I made with all kinds of papers in it. You don't have to do this. You can put more pockets in it. You can put less pockets in it. You can do whatever you want because there are no rules. So I got this from Gail, who actually did one in yesterday's video, which was Sunday. And actually I want this one over here, and I want this one in here. Okay. And she actually did one. I'm filming this on Sunday, so it was today's video, but it's actually yesterday if you're watching my video today. And it's whenever it was if you're watching this video a year from now. So today is August 30th, the end of another month. Okay, so what I did was I did do a little prep. I wanted to have some pretty paper to do this out of. And the other thing that I want to do is put a little more color on it. So I'm pulling out some of my Distress inks and stuff. And if there's some noise in the background, that's just Tony doing stuff with the dogs and living life. I said living life in case you couldn't hear it. Now I've got a piece of plastic here. This is what the document protectors come in. I don't know why they have to put plastic document protectors inside more plastic, but there it is. And then I'm off camera. I'm just gonna, and see it picks up the color in different places. I want a little more yellow in here, and this is a nice golden yellow. This is the Distress Oxide Fossilized Amber. I liked it so much I actually accidentally picked up 2 of them. I was looking for another color, and I can't remember what it is now, of course. But somebody was using another color, and it's somewhere close to this one. Maybe as mustard seed or something. And I thought that's what I was picking up, and I didn't. So I don't know how well you can see this, but see, it makes, I love this design here that the plastic made. I love them all. So the light is going to change a little bit here because the sun is sort of going in and out. Kind of, it's one of those days. And we're just going to make some more marks here. There we go. And if you change the plastic, then you change the marks. Now what I'm going to do is cover this first. I'm just going to open this up and kind of get the rest of the yellow off of it, hopefully. There. So that just sort of brightened it up in a little bit of a different way. And I could wet this and do some more, but I'm not going to with this because it took a while for this page to dry because I sprayed it with like all these, you know, different sprays. Glimmer Mist, Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. This one is an older one, but it still says Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. I can't even remember where I found that one. And I used, trying not to knock everything off. I used a few of these sprays as well, and this is actually my first time using these sprays. So I was playing a little bit because I've been seeing a lot of play on YouTube lately, and it's fun. Okay, so I have my paper ready, but you don't have to do any of this. Actually, I think I'm going to add a little. This is peeled paint, and it's Distress ink, not an oxide, if I can get the cover off. Okay. I had, at one point, hold that thought, I'm right here. I can't find the piece of plastic I had. No, I can't find it. All right, I'll just use this one again. Different plastics will give you different designs. I just want to add just the teensiest bit of, just a little bit of green in here because during autumn, and if you can't tell, I'm in an autumn mood. I love autumn. So autumn still has a lot of green in it. The pine trees stay green all year round. Not that we have a lot of pine around here. Okay. All right. See, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to give it a little depth, a little color. And just add a little something to it. But if you don't have any of this and you just have your paper ready, we're ready to roll now. All right. And I wanted to work with something other than just tea-dyed paper because I've been doing a lot of that. And it just seems like I didn't want to do it anymore. I don't know. I spilled tea on this poster board mat yesterday. And, you know, it didn't bother me that I spilled it, but now it's warped up here in the right-hand corner. And every time I go to set something there, it falls over. All right. So we are going to fold our paper in half. And this piece was already folded. It was a test book page that I had sitting over on the side of my desk. So we are going to tear this. And the links for Gail and G Kerr. I'm trying not to tear it the wrong way. Okay. The links for Gail, who did this, and the links for G Kerr will be in the description box below. So you can look there for what they did. Now, you're going to keep this piece, and you're going to tear this piece in half again. And maybe if I lost this bone folder 2 days ago, couldn't find it. I looked all over my desk. I looked in my garbage can. I looked in my, I have this black box that twirls around like a Lazy Susan. I looked in that, where I keep all of my stuff like that. And I looked in all of my drawers that are beside my desk. And I looked in the bin where I've been throwing things. I couldn't find this darn bone folder anywhere. And it was driving me crazy. So now you have, you have this. You have a half. You have this half, which is now torn into half. So you have these 2 quarters here. And then you're going to take one more and tear this in half as well. I was turning around to see where my husband went. I don't know where he went. I might have chased him out of the room. Unfortunately, the living room is right next to the sunroom. So if he wants to relax and watch TV... Oh, man. Well, that's okay. I'm just going to clip this. See, didn't tear evenly. But that's okay. That's okay. We can work with that. All right, so we now have a half. We have this quarter. And we have these 2 little pieces here. And now we're getting into math. So Martha's math is a half, a quarter, and 2/8, I think. I don't know. A quarter ripped in half. So we have a whole piece of paper, but it's now ripped up. Okay? And these are what we're going to play with, and we're not going to waste any of it. So, let's see. So we are going to fold this piece of paper in half, right? Not tearing it. We're going to open it up. So what we are going to do is, let's see. I think I want, which side do I want? I think I will put this side here. Okay. So you see this fold here, right? Okay. You don't want to go past that fold. And you want to leave a little bit of space. That's probably between, I know it's really hard to see, but between, I'll show you by folding it this way. If I fold this piece in half this way, right? And in fact, you know what? I'm going to make this one the opposite of how I made this one. So it's going to open with this on top, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. So I want this to open, I want this to open this way. So what I'm going to do is fold this back. So this is my inside right-hand side. And there's the fold. Okay. I don't want this to go any closer to that fold than that. So I'm going to fold this back. Okay, now I'm opening this up again, and I want this on the outside. This is going to be glued down, okay? Now, you can glue this down. It has to be right on the edge. You can glue it on this side and make it a little tuck if you want to. I'm not going to do it that way. So, I am going to, I have to rethink this. Okay. So yes, or do I want it this way? I really like this. I really like the paper I made. I'm going to do it that way. Okay. So it doesn't matter which way you fold your paper, just decide what you want on the inside. Now remember, this is the inside. This is my cover. I want it to open this way, which is the opposite of the other one. And I'm going to put this down on this edge. And it's going to be right on the edge. And if you wanted to make that a tuck, you can. I am not. Okay, now I do not need this paper. Now I am going to fold that over because it is now wet with glue. All right. So we now have this to fold in and this to fold over, and this is going to be our cover, okay? So that folds open. Now I'm doing it really backwards. So, okay. So this can be a pocket here, or this could flip out from here. This could flip out from here. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make it flip. Now this one, I used this as a corner tuck, but I am just going to make this thing flip all over the place, and then we're going to make pockets for it. And you can make as many of these bases as you want, and then you can decorate it with whatever fits the journal that you're working on at the moment. So if you did like 10 of these, it would all be, you know, just bases, okay? So again, here is that fold. You can't see it that way either. Here's the fold because here's the edge of the paper, right? So I'm going to take this one, and I don't care that it's torn there. I don't care. Somehow that'll work out. But you don't want this to go beyond that fold. And it won't if you just leave a little edge here. So I'm going to fold this edge over just a little bit. And if I put this edge on this edge of this paper, when it folds up, it won't cross over this fold. Maybe, let's see. Okay. And I can always put something over this and cover that up. So I'm really not worried about that at all. All right. Let's see. Figure out which way I was going to put it on. All right. So now we have another fold here, right? Another flip. Okay, so we now have sticky everywhere. We have that, we have that, and we have that. So I'm going to do my next flip. I'm going to undo these because I don't want them to stick to each other. And we're going to do the next flip on this side. And I think I'm going to do this one this way. And this definitely won't reach this fold over here. So I'm going to, and the reason I like this project is because I don't have to worry about making the little flippy folds for it unless I want to get deeper into making other flips for it. But when you have to make the strips of paper and do this, put them on so that things fold and flip, incapable, totally incapable of doing it the right way. I don't know why. I just really can't tell you. So there you go. So now if you wanted to glue this down in a journal, you could glue it as a pocket so that you could slide something in behind it. If you wanted to glue down 3 sides of it, you could glue that, okay, just glue. You could do it as a belly band. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could put this in a journal. And then it opens up, and that's why I want to let it dry. And then you can decorate it any way you want, as you see. You can put pockets. You can take another piece of paper that you've done. I didn't spray more than one, of course. And you can, decorate it to be anything you want. You can put pockets. You can put tuck spots along the side here and tuck a card in. You can make a little notepad to stick in a pocket. You can make corner tucks. You can do whatever your little heart desires. And if you make all these in the bases, you make a base, right? Then later on, you can use it for anything you want to use it for. So, of course, this one has fall colors. So I will probably decoupage this one too, but who knows? It may go in another totally different direction. So my second thought was, I did some tea dyeing today. I close my glue before it all dries out. Did some tea dyeing today, and this is legal size paper. So you can go to Staples. I think you can buy it in Walmart too. And you can get legal size paper. So legal size paper is longer than regular paper, but it's just as wide. So it's still 8.5 wide, but now we have, well, it shrunk a little because of the tea dyeing, but it's 14 inches long and 8.5 wide, okay? So think of the possibilities with this one. I'm going to just experiment here, and you could do this with scrapbook paper, you could do this with lined paper, you could do this with Rachel's lovely straw paper, if you're lucky enough to have gotten any of that. You can, the only thing I wouldn't recommend is doing it with cardstock, because honestly, cardstock is, I think, too thick to mess with. Now, they do have lightweight cardstock, but I don't know if I would do it with that. I haven't tried it, so I can't tell you. If you thought it was a good idea, you're more than welcome to try it, because there are no rules. Except one, and that's to have fun. Oh, gosh. Okay. I should have used my paper cutter, because I am not... Oh. Sometimes I frustrate myself. Okay. Let's see. Switch hands and it all works. Okay, so I'm going to take this paper and fold this in half. And you can certainly use a paper cutter. You can use whatever you want. You could use a digital and try it with that. A digital page. Okay, so now we have half, and we have 2 halves. And we're going to take one of that half, and we're going to... Yep, remember, I'm the person who flunked 2 years of algebra in high school, which killed my father because he was an accountant. Okay. Now, you know, you could go this way, but I'm going to go this way. And this would still fit in a journal, even with the legal size paper. But you get, and you could tear this up into 3s if you wanted to and use that too, which might happen. I think I'm going to do it this way. I like this side as the front. That's one of my more successful tea dyeing. Not all of them are that successful. Okay. And we are going to, actually, I'm going to do this one first. Now, this one's going to have to go, you still got to keep it from crossing that fold line, right? So this is going to be a much larger part that's going to attach. So I am going to make this, I think I'm going to make this a pocket or a tuck spot. Yep, it's going to be a tuck spot because look how big it is. And I'm going to fold this down. Which is what I did on these corners. I folded these down. I did not do that yet on this one, but you can fold this down as far as you want. You can do whatever you want with it. I could glue this down and make it a tuck spot and fold that down. You just do what you want. But I'm folding that down so I don't forget not to glue it there. Because, you know, we are talking about Martha. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on the bottom and up this side. So. Did you know that you glue a straighter line? If you don't look at the tip of your glue, you look ahead of it. Did you know that? That's my tip for this Monday. You glue a straighter line. If you don't look at the tip and you don't look at what you're gluing, but you look ahead of what you're gluing. So if I'm gluing, if I start my glue here, I'm looking up here. And then I follow it up like that with my eye. And your tip will always follow your eye. All right. Happy stuff. So now I have a tuck there, right? And then if I want this one to, what do I want this one to do? I think I just want this one to go. So here's my fold line, right? So, so even if I do this, it's not going to be anywhere near the fold line. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to make this one pretty small because even then it won't go anywhere near my fold line. And I'm going to not get too close to my edges because I don't want it to runneth over and make a huge mess. Okay. And then this one, I'm going to fold in half. And I am going to put this one here. And again, it's so small, there's no way it's going to run into that fold. There we go. And this one, I'm going to put over here. I'm hoping I've been on screen the whole time because I really haven't been good about checking. Well, I hear a TV. He must have gone downstairs. Bless his heart. He's been evicted. Now we don't, not that downstairs isn't nice. It's a whole, like almost the whole basement is finished. And there's a bathroom. Ow. He likes to watch certain shows that I don't like to watch anyway, so alrighty. So we now have, I don't even believe this all fit on screen. We have this, we have this, we have this, and we have this. So now I have two that open like a regular American book. So there you go. You can make as many bases to this as you would like. You can fill it with pockets. You can, you know, this would be a tuck. You could put a little pocket here. You could put a pocket on the back of this. This could, you know, have something else attached to it. You can put a pocket in here, which is nice because then you cover up these lines. You know, pocket here. This could have two pockets going up, and it's endless. It's totally endless what you can do with this thing, and it's fun. And these would be great as if you're just going to glue it in a journal, don't decorate the back. If you're going to mail it to somebody, you can just, you know, decorate the back and just do as much as you want. Okay? So that is the Make It Monday for that. Now I'm going to turn the camera off and see where I hid my faux front envelope from myself, and I'll be back.